More passion, more energy, more passion, more energy, more passion, more energy. I need some wine, please. Right. What have we got today? Boiled potatoes. You like my little cat bowl? I can't have a cat, so I got cat bowls instead. Protesting! You don't know how to crush dreams of kids? Stop splurting at me. Don't laugh at me. Even a little curry puff. Curry puffs. Right, we're making curry puffs today. What is a curry puff? These little parcels of puff pastry mixed with mixed meat and vegetables inside. So we are doing a pork mince. So these are the ingredients. I've got 400 grams of pork mince here. I've got some potatoes. I've got some peas, carrots, onion, garlic, and Eddoe. Eddoe is this thing here. It looks like an alien. You can mix and match your root vegetables up however way you want it, but this is what I'm quite happily using, and I always make it with these core ingredients. These are the seasonings. I've got some curry powder, some coriander, ground coriander seeds, some turmeric, a bit of garam masala. I've got 2 of these Maggi stock cubes, a bit of salt and pepper, and oyster sauce. So what we'll do firstly is we'll chop everything up and then we'll stir fry it all together, cool everything down, because we want to make sure that the root vegetables are cooked. You cook them al dente, and then after that you cool them down, and then we get to cutting up the pastry and then wrapping it into parcels. But I'll show you guys that step later. So you just want to cut them up into little cubes. So you just make everything roughly the size of those peas so they all cook at the same time. If you have like one of those julienne things where you just smash the box, you can also use that as well. I don't.
Oh, that's so sad.
I chop.
Chop, 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 chop.
Lots of little cubes. With the ingredients that we're doing today, I'm going to do half veggie and then half meat. So I'll kind of separate that, but we'll cook all the veggies first and then add the meat after so that we can separate them in half. And we'll let you know. What are you going to say to me? So these guys are like a more pillowy potato. They're really yummy. So, cutting onions. I do this quick because I cry. We're back. Garlic. Got about 5 cloves of garlic. Crush them like the dreams of children.
That was horrible.
And then you just chop it roughly. We are ready to fry. Let's go. We're just going to heat up the pan, and so we're going to cook all of the vegetables in here, and then we're going to cook the meat in there, and then we're going to divvy out half of these into the meat and then let them cool down before we wrap.
Break it down.
A little bit of olive oil.
Quite a lot, actually.
Okay, onions gone in.
Oh.
Yeah, sweating off the onions. It's going to take a few minutes. They start to become translucent, so we know that's when you add the garlic in. I always do onion first before garlic, because garlic likes to burn.
Is it hot in here?
And if you miss that hot point, you add the onions in. Ooh, you've been tasting all bitterness, just like your soul.
Ouch.
Alright, they're starting to look opaque. We're going to add the garlic. Going to add a little bit of oil onto the garlic just to toast it a bit, just in the center. Give it a couple more minutes for the garlic to become aromatic, and then we're going to start adding the spices in. Let's get some curry. Smells nice. 1 heaped teaspoon going in. Garam masala. Ground coriander seeds. Ground turmeric. You can always use fresh turmeric if you want. But what I've got is the powdered stuff at the moment. So we just give it a nice stir. Eddoe goes in. Potatoes go in. Woo! Just want to give the potatoes and the Eddoe a bit of a stir, and then I'll add a bit more carrot towards the end. What we're going to do is we're going to add a bit of water in a second. Got about 180 mils of water here. We don't want too much water, just enough to lubricate the bottom of the pan and just to release all of the stuck on flavour. I am very happy with the colour of it at the moment. You can add more at the same time if you want to, but it's also just a little bit harder to stir as well if you've got too much veggies in all at once. So these are vegetarian, okay, so these are alright, but always check what stock cubes you're using, because you can just use the oxo ones if you're concerned whether you don't know whether it's vegetarian or not. So we're going to cook this for approximately 15-20 minutes, or until you can squish. Sorry, until you can just squeeze a potato through. It doesn't have to be fully cooked, but you want it to have like give, because when you wrap it and then you're going to cook it again another time when you fry the curry puffs, so that's the last cook will finish it off. So cover it up, love it, leave it. Okay, heat on, meat goes in. I'm going to add some oyster sauce to this pork just to flavour it, okay? Approximately a tablespoon. I never measure, but that's about a tablespoon.
A bit more.
Stir it through, and then we'll turn the heat off and wait for the vegetables to cook. Squish test. Success! Okay, turn off. Add the peas. Just stir that around. We're going to take half of this out and put it in with the meat. Okay. Right, I think that's about half. Stir it through. Right, we're just going to let this cool down now. So let the filling cool. It has to be completely cooled down, otherwise the puff pastry will melt as you're wrapping it. Now the filling is cooling, we are just going to prepare the puff pastry sheets. So this is what we need to do. We want them in little squares, because when we wrap them, they're going to be little triangles. And if you know any maths, who teach you that in maths? You learn shapes in maths, don't you? A professional cook would get a ruler.
Not in here.
Unfortunately, I'm not that. So, this is approximately half. So we're cutting them roughly into squares. Let's see how this freaking turns out, eh? So they're squares.
Yeah, sure.
These triangles, they're going to be different kinds of triangles. You're going to get a right angle, you're going to get an isosceles. Because, look. Still, they will still turn into a triangle, because I will force them. So this is what we need to do.
Only without their consent.
Okay? Don't laugh at me. Stress. It's a f***ing maths exam. I'm Asian, but I'm at maths, so
What?
go figure.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Cover it back up. Next packet. Maybe I'll go this way first. Oh, it's very crooked. Pop these to the side. And then we'll get the filling. So we're back. So we have meat and vegetarian. It's quite a lot of filling. Okay. I'm yet to gauge how much filling per rolls of. It just depends on the availability of the puff pastry, which makes it a bit harder to kind of calculate. But nonetheless, you can always freeze the filling and then you can defrost it and then make it next time. So I like to just kind of stretch it out, add some filling in the middle. Don't overfill it because you don't want it to pop when it's frying. So then you just fold it over, square to triangle, my love.
That was a dig, right?
Use the spoon to squish it down. Seal it all. Make sure there's no gaps, because if there's gaps, it will pop when you fry them. So just pinch it gently. And then we will pleat. So it's all sealed off. See that? Gently pleat. And that is my little curry puff. Draw a little face on it. So we just continue and repeat that process. What I'll do is, I won't pleat the vegetarian ones, but I'll pleat the meat ones so we can differentiate the difference between. So we just continue like so until it's all done. And then after that, we're gonna go and fry them off. I'll show you that when the time comes. We're all done now, so I'm going to take these to go fry up. Follow me. Plain vegetable oil in there, so I'll probably just fry a couple of each.
Yum.
Show them your eyelashes.
So cute.
Last bubbles. A couple minutes until they're golden brown. Inside's already cooked, so basically you just want to cook the pastry and just give it enough time to steam the inside. Try not to let them touch each other. So it turns out that the puff pastry that we bought is gluten-free. So the puff pastry is not going to puff up as much as you would normally get. It's going to be a little bit different, but not necessarily in a bad way, just in a gluten-free way.
It's okay, it's gluten-free.
This one looks ready, nice and golden. It's coming out. So if you're going to do them in the air fryer, you get oil and then you brush them over on both sides and then you lay them flat in the air fryer. I would do them for 180 degrees and check every 5 to 6 minutes. Each air fryer setting is slightly different, so just make sure you check them. Once they're nice and golden, then you can take them out. Last batch. Oh,
Go!
Died. Alright, we are done. Oh, it's warm. Golden Mountain of Glory. I have some sweet chili sauce, this guy, in here for dippage. Right, let me get a vegetarian one so I don't blow my lid off, because don't forget, these are little parcels. When you break them open, they're going to be full of steam, so I'm going to try and get one that cooked a little while ago now. So I got vegetarian ready. Wow. Yummy. They're perfect. Dip them in the sweet chili sauce. Perfectly cooked. They're delicious on their own, or you can dip it with the sweet chili sauce. It's so yummy. Want some, baby? Oh, the steam. Yeah. Hot. The trick is, if it's too hot, dip it in the sweet chili sauce. Cools it down a little bit so you don't burn your mouth, so you can taste the rest of the other ones that you're eating. But this is yummy. Yum. Try these, make them yourself. Best party finger food. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The recipe for these are in the details below.
Okay. You have to make some more.
Huh?
You have to make some more.
Why? Because we're going to eat all.
I'm gonna eat it all.
I will eat them all.